In today's video, I am going to be breaking down what makes Devin Booker so good in the NBA and in this year's NBA playoffs. So let's get down and let's check out what makes him so good and why you can also be great just like him. Okay, so in this first clip, he actually sets up this screen really well. He uses that screen after a cross, does a quick hesitation, and then he's able to pull up for a mid-range shot over top of multiple players. Now, he is a very good shooter, but this all gets set up by this crossover. So he is basically standing straight up. He is not in attack mode at this time. He has a screen that is coming up for him. And of course, most likely, these players are calling out to LeBron that there is a screen coming. And because of that, LeBron James does jump over towards this side to get ahead of that screen so that he cannot be caught off guard and he can basically fight over top of the screen. But instead, the screen comes from the opposite side, and because of that, Devin Booker is able to cross over very low. The lower you get, the better, because this is going to allow you to push off and have faster acceleration than if you were standing straight up. He is then able to push off of that screen, does a quick hesitation that gets LeBron James to stay behind him, and now when Devin Booker is attacking that net, he does a quick crossover. Watch this, left to right hand. That right hand then gathers that ball. He then does a quick stop right-left for that mid-range shot. This is a very high-level move, and you can also practice this move as well. It's actually quite simple. What you can do is to set up a pylon right here, set up another pylon or a starting point, cross into this pylon, and then attack the basket, trying to mimic that exact same footwork as to what Devin Booker used. This next move is another very smart move. He has a player who is about to double him. He then goes towards that double team that draws the player Anthony Davis towards him, which opens up Anthony Davis's player for an open three. See, it's not all about scoring when it comes to being a great player. It's about getting your teammates a basket. So here we see Devin Booker attack with that negative step. He goes from being squared up to the rim to having that negative step pushing off towards that right side. He then, because he had Anthony Davis starting to cut off on this side, he decided to attack Anthony Davis, brought the ball just a bit higher, which then allowed him to push off pass to that corner player for that three-point shot. This is something that you can do with your team as well. Don't be afraid to pass the ball. So here we have a huge size mismatch, and in this next clip we're going to see how he's able to use that size mismatch to his advantage to get an open three-point shot, or at least a slightly covered three-point shot. So what he does here is he attacks Anthony Davis straight on. He gets very low. Anthony Davis is straight up. Anthony Davis in this stance is not going to be very effective or very quick, and Devin Booker is able to see that. He's able to do a quick step back. He's got that push-off step, so huge right foot push off. He then drags that back foot so that now he can gather that ball on his left foot. That way that he can actually could have taken a small hop back, but he didn't. He wanted to get that shot off quickly, which he did, and he was able to make that shot. Now in the transition game, I really want to show you how he spreads the floor. Watch where the ball is and watch where Devin Booker ended up. He ended up with a wide open shot because he was able to spread that floor. So what happens here? We have Devin Booker. He is not even looking at the ball. He is looking at where he wants to get on that court. Now he's starting to look at the ball. Once he's at that three-point line extended or perimeter extended, he then goes down towards that low corner. This player notices that there is a player who is wide open, and usually cross-court passes are very risky, but this player had no players around him. We have LeBron James, who is cutting off this center going down towards the middle of the key. He then has two players who are not doing anything at this point in time. And then we have Schroeder, who is trying to match up with I don't know who. And so that pass goes straight across the court. LeBron James at this time is saying, hey, he's wide open, and literally telling Schroeder, you need to get your butt down there. Instead of LeBron James himself getting down there, Schroeder is still close to this player. That's how that should have been. But especially with this player already looking to pass down there, LeBron James should have been the one who was actually the one sprinting there. And Devin Booker has a wide open shot because of it. Now, coming off of the screen, he puts his defender in jail. He's then able to do a quick step back away from that player who is basically trying to keep up but can't. And because of that, Devin Booker's able to hit that shot. Now, you can put players into jail quite easily. Basically, what you do is you can come around that screen. If you have a player who is hedging very strong, what you can do is to then do a quick side dribble to get your main defender straight behind you. This puts him in jail. He can't stop you at this point. You can go for a shot. He can be on your back, and you can get it wide open. Not necessarily wide open, but you can get an and one in that situation if you wanted to. But now, because that player wants to try and push his way around Devin Booker notices that, pushes off from the right foot, and then he's able to do that step back that basically James Harden patented, and then he's able to get that shot off because of that. This is another transition clip, and we can see just how well he reads the floor. He's able to make that go-ahead pass, sits back at the perimeter waiting for a defender. The defender he got was very slow and was not in position, and he was able to jack that three. This is one of the reasons why Devin Booker is actually a very good shooter. He's able to find himself wide open shots. So here he passes to the wing. Now, instead of cutting towards the rim as many players may just do, they may cut towards the rim, pop out towards the side. What he sees is, hey, Caruso's going over here, we have Kuzma over here, we have a defender over here, we have LeBron who isn't as fast as he used to be up top here. Who else is left? Well, there's not much left, and of course that player is known for defending the key, and that's what he's supposed to be doing. So he goes to defend the key. Devin Booker stays up at the point, and because of this, he gets himself a wide open three. This is another great play and great footwork. So here we have a pin down dribble handoff, and then what do we see? He was in shooting mode as soon as he grabbed that ball. Watch his right foot right there. He catches that ball, right foot, hops, gets his feet ready to shoot. If you want to shoot, you need to get your feet ready. Hop, left, right, get that right foot in front, get your body in line to the rim, and you can shoot quite quickly by having the right footwork. Now, this last clip is just the genius behind Devin Booker. Here he sees the double team. He turns the other way, does a quick fadeaway jump shot. Now, I really want to break this down into detail because this is a very, very good play. So he gets this ball. He has a player whose right hand is on his back, which means that he wants you to go towards the middle of the key, essentially towards that double team. But Devin Booker does not want to go into a double team. So what does he do? As soon as he catches that ball, as soon as Caruso starts to come towards him, he takes that dribble so that he can take that step. He then takes a massive step away from that double team. And then when he does this fadeaway, he's able to get his shoulder and elbow in line with the basketball net. It's very easy to spin right and take a jump shot for a right-handed player. And because of that, he's able to do that fadeaway. But watch his fadeaway. This is not a fadeaway where you see players just chucking up a shot and leaning way back. No, watch his fadeaway. His body is straight up, very similar to how we would see a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant, where his body is straight up. You have a controlled shot in this manner, and he's able to make that shot because of being in control of his body and not fading too much. That was just like a normal shot to him. It was not anything different. That's when people and players start getting issues with their fadeaways, is they try to make their fadeaway totally different from their regular jump shot, and he didn't do that here, and you don't have to either. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player. Make sure to go check out all of the equipment that we use down in the description below, and I will see you guys in my next video.